Hello, welcome to another Theo Explains It. I'm gonna explain Batman versus Superman. Now, this movie has a lot of controversy, and I'm just gonna tell you it's a really good movie. And after this, you're gonna see why it's a great movie. So we start off at a funeral. Very sad because obviously, we just saw Bruce Wayne's parents get killed. They get the axe. So well, what happens during the funeral? Not Batman, Bruce Wayne runs away during the funeral, and he's sad. He's alone. He doesn't know what he's doing, so he's staying in this cave, and bats start to show up, and he's just like, man, bats. I hate bats. Bats suck. That's what Bruce Wayne looks. Don't listen to the naysayers. This is actually how they handled uh, the movie. This is the actual design. So he's like, man, bats really suck. And then you're not gonna believe this, ladies and gentlemen, who's watching this video. You're gonna probably tell me I'm on some kind of drug right now, but this happened in the movie. Bruce Wayne, the kid who lost his parents, the kid who becomes Batman, flew. He flew in the air. He starts flying. And at first he was like, "Oh boy, I don't know what this means." But then he realized he could be a superhero. So he's very excited he gets to fly around. So after that, we fast forward to the ending of Man of Steel. Bruce Wayne is an adult. He's very excited to meet his employees in Metropolis. He's just very eager, and everyone didn't like Ben Affleck, but he did a good job in the movie. He was actually the best actor on the planet. He's the best actor on the planet. There you go. So this is Ben Affleck. This is Bruce Wayne. He's going to his business in Metropolis because he happens to be in the neighborhood, and he's talking to his best friend Jack, that's trying to tell people to keep working, and he sees the stuff that's going on, and uh, you know Bruce Wayne is telling him to leave, and Jack, the brilliant businessman, treats it as a business decision. So he's like, "Everyone, we have to leave. Bruce Wayne wants us to leave, so let's make it happen." He was very noble in this scene where he's trying to save everyone. Well, Bruce Wayne. Jack just didn't seem like he cared about being saved, so he was on. But then, you know, this is the building. Okay, this is Wayne Enterprises in Metropolis. The building gets destroyed. Bam, bam, bam. Everyone's dead. That means, you guessed it, Bruce Wayne's lover, Jack, is dead. And when when he found out that he died, let's just say he was very angry. He was very angry about that. He wanted that Superman's blood after he saw Superman fly, because when he saw Superman fly, he knew he wasn't the only one that was special. And he was fighting another being that was flying, and he hates that even more because that means there's more than one person, than two people who can fly. It's weird how Batman was thinking. I know it sounds weird why he would jump to that conclusion, but he's a very brilliant detective. He's the world's best detective, so he figured out that there's other people who are flying just based on two people. He got really angry, so he goes back to Gotham and beats some other people up. I'm not gonna bother going into detail with that because that stuff is just typical Batman shenanigans. So then we see Superman killing some terrorizers. He's just like, take that, terrorizers. I'm the best. I know, the anatomy in this looks weird, but it's Zack Snyder. It's really Zack Snyder to blame for this. I was, because they CG'd Superman. They CG'd him, and sometimes when you CG stuff, it just doesn't really come out. So he's just like, take that, terrorists. These are terrorists. I'm gonna put a T for terrorist. Not gonna bother drawing all of them. He's just like taking a stand, and we see Lex Luthor watching this, and he's just like, man, I wish I had a Superman in my back pocket. So what Lex decides to do, he decides to please some government officials. So these are government officials all around him. I'm just gonna draw two to save time. So there's two government officials, and here's Lex. He is just doing stuff for them. So uh, he could get his Superman. He's very dedicated to his mission. Everyone was very like uh was like shocked that they had this in the movie, but I don't know what the big deal was. I mean, it's just Lex Luthor is a crazy person. He's very uh desperate at this point to make friends, so he does that so the government officials can grant. Just to be clear, yes, that's Luthor. That's who he is. That's Jesse Eisenberg. He's doing that, so they could give him Zod's dead body. Zod is like really dead in this movie. I thought he was gonna be alive and well, but it turns out he was dead all along. He was really just a dead body. So he's there, and uh, Lex is like, "Oh boy, I get my own friend. I'm so happy." This is actually how bad, well, maybe not bad, but how great the movie was, just by how uh, great the characters looked. So he really wants to be friends with Luthor. So he's doing that, Luthor kind of rejects it. Not Luthor. Zod rejects him a little bit. So while they're going through their little spat, Luthor gets really angry at Superman. So he gets the idea that he's gonna kidnap Clark's wife. Not Clark's wife. Whoops! I jumped the gun again. I'm sorry, guys. But he's gonna kidnap um, Clark's mom. He's gonna kidnap her, and he's gonna use her to make Superman fight for him because somehow through Luthor magic he knew that Martha Wayne, not Martha Wayne. I'm confusing the two Marthas. Martha Kent was Superman's mom. He somehow knew through his magical powers of deduction that they are related. So he kidnaps her, tells Superman. Superman's like, "Okay, I will fight. Don't worry. Batman is as good as grass. He's dead. I'll make him pay for being a bat." So, obviously Superman never met Batman, so he thinks that he's a literal bat. So he's looking for bats for half the movie, and then Batman finds him, and Batman's like, "I'm gonna make you pay for killing Jeff," and he's very sad, and he's just like angry at the same time and he's happy that he finally gets his revenge. So they fight, and then right before Batman kills Superman, Superman's on the ground. He's just like, "Oh no, please don't kill me," and um, you see Batman here, and he's just like holding a gun to his face. He's like, "I'm gonna shoot your brains out, motherfucker." That's what Batman says. He does like a rocking, the rock icon, the rock hand gestures. Jesus, he kills Superman. Well, he's trying to kill him. It's gonna be very symbolic, like Jesus. So there's Superman. This is Superman. I'm just all over the place because this movie is just really good. So there's Batman, and Superman says just before he dies, "Hey man, my mom's name is Martha, dude. Can you believe that shit? We have the same our moms have the same name." And Batman's like, "Holy shit." And he starts falling in love with Superman. He's just like very excited that he found another guy with the same who has the mom with the same name. So they become really close. They like do their like they kiss each other because they're just really happy that they found each other. and everyone was just like kind of booing in this scene. They were like, "Boo! I can't believe they got together." But the chemistry was there. I mean, everyone thought that Superman was going to be with Lois Lane, but that wasn't what they were going to do. Zack Snyder was going for a very progressive DC movie, so they had Batman and Superman kiss and form that relationship, and then meanwhile, as that's going on, the friendship between Luthor and uh, Zod's dead body really took a toll, and it took a turn for the worst. Everyone was just like, we thought they were gonna be best of friends because they could both bond over their hatred of Superman. So like, that's what Lex kept saying. He kept saying about how the devils are always friends, and Satan is his best friend, and Luthor and not Luthor, Zod was basically Satan. So he was like kind of really excited that he met him, but Zod rejected him so much that Zod became Doomsday. Now this is how Doomsday actually looks. Everyone is like, no, this isn't Doomsday. I showed this to a few people and were like, no, they were trying to convince me it's not, but it is. I've seen the movie. This is Doomsday. This is just, his reaction to this whole nonsense with Luthor. He was just very upset, and he was just like, man, you suck, Luthor. You're the worst thing to happen to me next to being dead. So he becomes this raging monster that eventually gets thwarted by Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman kills him. Everyone was really surprised here as well. Wonder Woman kills him and is like really happy. She's like, "Yeah, I killed Doomsday," and so after she killed Doomsday, she kills Superman. She finishes the job and kills Superman, and Batman is like angry for a second, and then he sees Wonder Woman and gets really happy. He really gets happy, and he starts forming a relationship with Wonder Woman, and they both become an item. And Batman, says very romantically that their first date should be kidnapping other metahumans and force them to fight for them. So that was just how it ended. And then, well, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself yet again, guys. They did do a funeral for for Superman by just putting his body in the trash can. They just they literally put Superman's body in the trash can. Don't worry, this is kind of what happens. And the movie just ends. It says the end, and that's it. That's the movie. Superman dies. He goes into a trash can. Batman and Wonder Woman become an item, and Batman gets over the fact that Superman has a mom with the same same first name as his mom. So he gets over that really quickly, and Doomsday dies, and all that kind of stuff. So that's the movie. I hope you guys like this video, because really that's what happens in Batman vs. Superman. Everyone really was shocked that Batman was using a gun, but everyone tends to forget Batman does like guns. He likes guns a lot, and he likes killing people. So don't question when you see Batman kill people, because he loves it. He really does love ending people's lives. So that's it for this Theo Explains It. See you